What's going on YouTube? It's your boy WWormy. I'm coming at you with another video. And just the other day, we went through and discussed how the Ubisoft CEO was basically telling all customers that if you have anything negative to say about Ubisoft, basically shut up. We don't want to hear it. You're being vile individuals, and no matter how many times our employees come after you guys just get to shut up and not let any of your opinions actually be said. And it begs the question, if he believes this way, does he actually believe this way in regards to the customer base and the player base that probably would be buying games like Assassin's Creed Shadows? Because I bring you over here to the official Japanese Ubisoft account, and you can see the trailer is still sitting at about 50,000 downloads. When I zoom in, you can see it right there. Massive downvotes, massive dislike and displeasure in regards to this video game. And we can come over here, we've seen Japanese individuals point out how they're blatantly stealing content from other areas within Japan. How you had a reenactment group come out and end up saying, hey, they stole our banner without our permission, and we have no legal course to take on this, and we have no way to actually get this word out or anything like that going on. Or maybe it's the countless amount of Japanese players that have gone on all over the place and said how this is bastardizing our culture, this is bastardizing our history, you're not treating it with any form of respect whatsoever, you're coming out here calling it fiction, while all at the same time you're going to historians and trying to make it as accurate as humanly possible. So you're going all over the place, and Japanese individuals are coming out and calling it out left, right, and center. So it's no wonder that there is now a change.org petition coming out here from Japanese players and gamers and saying, hey, we don't want this game to be launched here in Japan, and we want you to shut this all down. Now, I don't think this change.org petition is going to get anywhere. They rarely do. Stellar Blade's a 1 in a million position. They rarely do this, and this is them more than likely still gonna fail because this is a major release that Ubisoft's planning to put out. But you're seeing Japanese players basically petitioning to get this game canceled because they hate it so much. Man, I was being told by a bunch of people that no, it's so popular. The pre-orders were selling great over in Japan. Then why are more and more people coming out from Japanese audiences, Japanese gamers, Japanese people in general, and saying, we don't really like this. We actually hate that you're doing this. So, interesting how that keeps coming up. But you get over here, you read what they had to say on their actual petition. As translated via Google's machine translation, the petition created by Shimizu Toro states, recently, lack of historical accuracy and cultural respect has been a serious problem for game developer Ubisoft, which is scheduled to release Assassin's Creed Shadows. This game is based on the samurai of Japan, ignoring the fact that the samurai is the upper class of the samurai class and should be a person who serves you. In such history, Ubisoft continues to misunderstand the essence and role of samurai. This is a serious insult to Japanese culture and history and can lead to racism in Asia. Oh man, oh man, you wokies, you're leading to racism. But I thought we couldn't. This is bad. I thought this was a bad thing. Racism. They're calling you racist. I mean, they probably should be calling you racist. I mean, most of these individuals, they take one good look over at the Asian cultures and say, my God, we can't tell either of them apart, so we're just gonna throw them all together. Here's Chinese, Japanese, and Korean all in one big boat. But we're supposed to be supporting these actions and saying that this isn't racist. We're supposed to be not racist, but we're watching as you're blatantly racist. Hey, I'm just pointing it out. And then calls on Ubisoft to stop developing the game. We call on Ubisoft to immediately discontinue the launch of Assassin's Creed Shadows and show sincere research and respect for Japanese history and culture. Yeah, you get the points. You see, they're chugging along. It's getting where it needs to go. I don't think it's going to change anything. I think this is a wasted effort, to be quite honest with you. But what it does show us and what it does tell us is the Japanese audience continues to hate this. I don't know how many times we can get this through you. I've seen countless Twitter posts. I've seen countless posts from actual Japanese individuals saying, yeah, we don't like that you're doing this. We don't like that you're disrespecting our culture. We don't like that you keep bastardizing this and thinking that it's a-okay to do just because you don't really respect us. Hey, and you've been seeing this more and more, and more instances than not, you're seeing Japanese people do call this stuff out. Asian societies do call this stuff out. More non-Western societies call this out more often than not. Heck, when it came to Netflix and their Cleopatra show, they specifically started trying to petition Netflix to get that taken down and do lawsuits because they were so irate with the Cleopatra show. Now you're just seeing it in reverse with Ubisoft in this particular game here, where they're taking characters that, one, never existed. Two, you're taking Yasuke, who is not a samurai. If anything, he was a sword holder, basically a squire, and he never really saw any fights in any of the actual history or lore there is. But you're trying to now say that he's a historical samurai and he did all these great things, but there's no evidence to any bout to this. And you're trying to hide it all behind this thing of historical fiction, this idea of, well, you mean they could have existed, and we all know that Leonardo da Vinci didn't do any of this stuff. We all know, like, come on, there was no king castle or kingdom in frickin' America back during the Revolutionary period, but they completely misrepresent what is actually going on here. Leonardo da Vinci did actually design these particular inventions that you saw throughout Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood. I don't believe in Revelations, but I could be getting that one wrong. He actually designed those inventions. There's actually documents of him doing this. You're just seeing them to fruition within a video game. When it comes to other aspects of this, yeah, you're tweaking it a little bit, you're taking it down this path, but you're still leading in this weird realm of, hey, it possibly could have been like this, it possibly could have been like this, who knows? But when it comes to this one, you're taking a blatant historical character, you're putting it into the leading role, and you're trying to go around saying, well, this is a historical accurate character. It's Yasuke, the Black Samurai. Don't you all know about Yasuke? Which, in reality, very few people ever knew about Yasuke. Very few people actually engaged with his history, because guess what? There's no real history there. And what we do have tells us that he was never a samurai. But when you bring this up, you're just a racist individual. Oh, it's historical fiction. What about the people of Japan? What about the people that really don't like that you're doing this? Oh, what are we supposed to be saying to them? Oh, well, just get over it. Just get over it. When it comes to everybody else's culture, if we bastardize that and give them a subpar product, they freak out and we say that we're committing a racism. But when it comes to Japanese culture, it's perfectly fine to do this. When it comes to Asian cultures in general, it's perfectly fine to bastardize them and misrepresent how they do stuff, because, well, they're bad. And when you call it out, when you're downvoting their videos over here, when you're discussing how you're stealing our banners, when you're discussing how you're misrepresenting their culture and treating their culture like it's your personal plaything, you have the CEO come out here and call you all bad people for saying how you don't like our work, and how you're all heinous and horrible people for not liking our work. Well, why don't you just accept our slop? You don't have to accept the slop. You don't have to participate in this game. When it comes to this particular game, do I think it's going to do well? I think it's going to do okay. It's not going to probably succeed. It's probably not going to hit all the marks they want. It's probably going to do relatively okay. Probably turn a profit here or there, but the amount of disrespect you've been seeing towards Japanese players, towards Japanese gamers, and Japanese people in general, to their culture, and to the people that have been calling us out, the amount of disrespect you are seeing coming from Ubisoft and people that are aligned with Ubisoft, it goes to show you just how antithetical they currently are to the actual modern gamer and to the actual gamers as a whole. They're going against their own principles. They're going against their own ideology. They're going against every aspect of their own beliefs, just because they don't believe in it. And it's pushing their own BS onto everybody else and saying, accept it. If you don't accept it, well, you're just a bigot. But hey, ultimately, I think that this video game has a very long road ahead of it. I think it's going to continue getting nastier and nastier in the long run as more things come out, as people tear into it more and more, and as people continue to point out the shoddy business practices coming from Ubisoft as well. Who knows what's going to happen with this game? I think it's going to do relatively well, but I could always be wrong, and it could be a dud waiting to happen. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me get you guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it out, friends, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video live, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now.